This woman is a PhD with the food trucking. Like,
What?
I didn't even know you can get a PhD
in food trucking. Wait a minute.
Oh, y'all.
Whoa.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. So thankful that you have me on here. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Welcome to the show this morning. I didn't see your big old logo in the back before. The Food Truck Scholar.
Yeah.
That. You're actually working on a PhD?
Right. So I'm a PhD student at Purdue University, and the major is called American Studies. And what I love about the field is that you can basically study anything you want. So I'm studying Black-owned food trucks and how they show up in popular culture, in movies, in film, and how they haven't been really talked about a whole lot in a lot of other spaces. So I created a podcast and a whole community to really highlight the work of food truck owners across the country and even internationally, but especially those that are Black-owned.
Oh my God. And it's a lot of money in that, isn't it, in the food truck?
It is. Now, I do want to say this real quick because somebody gonna fuss at me. So I got to give a shout out to my little sister Diamond and my little brother CJ. I promised them I would say hello.
Diamond and CJ, woo. All right.
But yeah, so here's the thing. So at the end of 2017, the food truck industry was like $2.7 billion. Okay. And going into 2020, it was already expected to go up, but COVID has really done a number with that. So you got some food trucks that have lost money, but you also have seen some food trucks increase by like 60%. So there is definitely a lot of opportunity in the field.
Right, because because now you have to take your food to go anyway. So a lot of people are like, hey, I just swing by the truck and get it. They've come a long way, though, too, right? Because it used to be, they weren't as sanitary. But now there's all kind of restrictions and stuff, and people check them out, so they have to be a little cleaner, healthier, safer now, right?
Absolutely. And so one of the things that I always hear from people is like, is it safe? Can you get sick? And I'm like, well, I've gotten sick at some restaurants that are brick and mortar. So it's across the board. But one thing that you'll always see is that the health department is supposed to go to each food truck and inspect them before they even get on the road in the first place. And they'll actually roll up on them and then do surprise inspections to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do.
And have they shut them down? Have they shut trucks down before?
I mean, yeah, that has happened.
They weren't clean. Have they ever taken the truck? Did they ever take somebody's truck?
Oh, let me tell you something. So here's some food truck tea. You can go across any city, any state, and I gotta say this, there's going to be some situations with food trucks, and sometimes it's not that the food truck is in the wrong. So you can be in LA, right? And I know LA has some issues with food trucks. Chicago is another prime example. So let's say 2017, there was an issue where it's not that the food trucks weren't clean. They were clean. They were doing everything they need to do. But it was beef between them and like your brick and mortar restaurants. It was like, we losing money because these food trucks out here. So they can't be 250 feet from us. They got to park here. They can only park here for like 30 minutes or like maybe an hour. And anybody who knows a food truck knows you got to park there. It's going to take you time to set up and prep your food. And by the time people then find out that you're there, it's probably going to be 30 or 60 minutes. So food trucks were really hurting for one point in Chicago. And now we're seeing some things turn around. We've also seen situations pop off in New York about just being really difficult to find parking. Or just even the permits. Like there's even a black market for food truck permits.
So where are you? What city are you in?
Okay, so I heard y'all talk about my area code, right? So I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, 205. And I'm
Birmingham?
Yeah, I'm from Birmingham, but I'm living right now in Indiana for Purdue University.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. And so you're going to have a PhD in food trucking.
Basically, so it's going to say American Studies, but my line of research is without a doubt food trucks.
Oh, wow. Did you talk to my friend Neela Adams?
She called right after, and we had a whole conversation about Chicago food, and I was really excited because the very first food truck in Birmingham, Travis Chicago Style, they do Chicago style food. So I can't wait for her to get on the road. I told her that she has to stop by Purdue so I can get me some.
Well, we're talking about Neela Adams, y'all. Just giving her a shout out. She has a morning show that comes on right before mine, and she's a great friend of mine from Chicago. So when I met Ariel and she started talking about a food truck, Neela Adams wants to have her own food truck. She's always sold food. Like at her house, she'd go outside and set up tables and would sell hot dogs and sausages and stuff. And I mean, was making a grip. And so she's got, like you, she's been in school forever. She's got 4 degrees. And she's like, I want to do a food truck. So when I met you, I was like, oh, you two got to get together. So I'm glad she called you, and I hope that works out. Go check out her show sometime too in the morning. How do people reach you? Wait, let me just ask one more question. What is your main goal here with food?
So my main goal is to be some of a mix-up between Guy Fieri and Oprah Winfrey. I want to have a TV show where all I'm doing is introducing you to food truck owners and chefs who have amazing stories and great food. So that's where I see this podcast. When I close my eyes, I don't just see a podcast. I see a platform that's going to inspire people for years to come. I want to be able to have a scholarship where, number one, I want to have a scholarship for each alma mater that I went to, because I'm only here because, one, God blessed me. I had a family that supported me, but I also had people that invested in my future. So I definitely want to have that. But I also want to have like a startup incubator for chefs who are, whether they go a food truck route or not, I still want to have that, there for them, because the food and beverage sector took a real hard hit during COVID. And now we're seeing just how important they are. They've always been important. So I want to be able to take my platform and pour into them that way.
The good thing is people got to eat. Ain't no two ways about that. I don't care what disease or famine come. People got to eat now.
Yes.
If you make it clean and you make it tasty, you got a way to make your money and make a living, So congratulations to you. I haven't met anyone who does what you do, and I'm glad I met you on Clubhouse, right?
Yeah, Clubhouse.
We're going to have a person come on this week who's just going to talk about Clubhouse. So I think Friday we're going to have a discussion just about what Clubhouse is, because it is something y'all need to know about. I'm very proud of you. Tell people how they can reach you.
Well, absolutely. So anything with the Food Truck Scholar, you can find me. So if you're on Clubhouse, you need to tune in next Tuesday. Well, this coming Tuesday, actually. I'm doing all things food truck at 3 p.m. Eastern. But follow follow the Food Truck Scholar podcast, available on all platforms. Facebook and Instagram are also the Food Truck Scholar. And then on Twitter and Clubhouse is Food Truck Scholar. Drop the R and just the A on the end.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Before I let you go, I do want to point out, she said she's making it because of people who support her, people who have donated. And so I just want to take this opportunity to say we do have Cash App. Okay, so with that in mind, we love you. Appreciate you, Ariel. Thank you so much for coming. Can you leave us with a woo, woo, woo?
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You can do a better woo, woo, woo than that. Woo, woo, woo. Do it.
Woo, woo, woo. You got it.
That's better. Thank you, y'all. That's Ariel D. Smith, and